Hello
Hello everyone!
everyone!
This is Adele.
And Aya, today we are going to share with you our study week at Drexel University.
As well as being an ambassador and the process behind getting scholarships.
So let's start. As a student in America, our day starts at 6:30 a.m. After waking up, we brush our teeth and have breakfast. Then we check our emails to be sure that none of the classes were cancelled. A note, it can happen unexpectedly and you will end up alone in the class. Yeah.
Also, we prepare our art supplies. We have two enormous sketchbook bags with all the brushes and pencils that we need. They are especially heavy during wind in Philadelphia. Once, we were blown away like sails. But it was fun though.
Typically, we share half of our classes together, such as media design at 9 a.m. Even though we really like these subjects, we struggle not to sleep during these 2 hours. After 11 a.m., our schedules diverge. I typically rush to physics lectures, which is almost right after this first class. This time during physics, we studied how light waves bend and reflect from any objects. That's why we were given these tools to see the light spectrum of the lectures hall.
At the same time, I head to the library to complete the next assignments and prepare for next classes, which is how our typical day unfolds. While I am doing my homework, let's talk about getting scholarships in America. For newcomers, scholarship essentially provide money to cover all or part of your tuition. The money could be received from your university or from other organizations.
Usually, scholarships can be divided into three types: merit based, need based, and external. So, merit based scholarships are awarded based on students' academic achievements, like high GPA, great portfolio, and so on. Scholarships based on financial need and external scholarships from organizations outside the university are also available.
On the next day, the weather became snowier while I was having evening lectures. That's why I decided to join her after her classes and enjoy the magical weather outside. We walked near the Westball building and 7-Eleven. And while we have this lovely walk, let's continue our talk about scholarships. The first two types of scholarships could be received without additional applications. To be eligible for such awards, you need to submit your transcripts, test scores, and employment letter stating your family's annual income as a part of your main application. However, they don't always cover the tuition.
After a cold, study day, it's time to cook a heartwarming dinner and call it a day.
First day of my work.
Recently, I became a student ambassador in my university, and I want to share this exciting moment. In American universities, students typically have numerous opportunities to secure part-time job on campus, including ambassadorship programs. In simpler terms, ambassadors are individuals who share their personal experience and guide incoming students. Additionally, it is a great opportunity to sharpen your leadership and public speaking skills. To get this position, I had an interview and training. First, we had an introduction to our work during which I got a pizza. I was then tasked with memorizing a 20-page document about this university, which was insane. Afterwards, I had a test and several campus tours to lead, which was ironic given that I once got lost on the same campus and ended up in a train station.
After studying and working all day, we need to complete our assigned projects. For instance, this time we were asked to create posters using different design techniques. As art students, we have a whole building dedicated to our majors: Westport Building or Urban Center. Here we have access to advanced facilities like 3D printer, motion capture labs, and a gallery, but currently we just need a standard printer for posters, which is why I'm here.
Not only that, but each part of the building is also dedicated to a specific major, such as fashion, architecture, or game design. As you can see, awards are displayed from previous students and alumni of animation, cinematography, and other majors. The urban center also features staircases that resemble those Hogwarts stairs or the Infinity Castle from Demon Slayer.
As you can see right now, I'm printing and cutting out our designs for classes. These ones are especially funny because we were tasked to use everyday items like fruits and vegetables to make patterns while using complementary colors. As a result, we got vibrant work for the next lesson. While almost all universities provide scholarships, not many of them cover everything. It is worth noting that sometimes finances can also affect your chances of being accepted. Some universities are need aware, meaning they will reject you if you require substantial financial support, while others are need blind, focusing only on your academic abilities.
Therefore, we recommend considering applying for other scholarships like global scholarships or Fulbrights. They are more competitive, so you need to be prepared. Additionally, such scholarships have different deadlines and application processes. We strongly recommend you keeping track of deadlines for Fulbright and external scholarships by maintaining a dedicated tablet or sheet with all the important dates. This is my second part of training. This time I started Shadow Tours, where I support senior ambassadors. First, I headed toward to the visit center in the main building, where all tours usually start. At the same time, I prepare myself by checking my name tag and adjusting the microphone. And yes, some families visit us with their supportive dogs. After watching the presentation, our group visited the academic buildings and facilities. Since I was still a trainee, our group had an ambassador who explained the campus and gave me some tips before my turn.
Usually, these ambassadors are working directly with new students. For example, we offer walking tours and events like Dragon Day, which allows family to get to know our campus and facilities. My favorite part is the online meetings with students from around the world, like me. Thus, Drexel University holds many Zoom meetings where people can join in and ask questions about our experience.
On the screen you can find the main features of each building, including the engineering building designed by the same architect who modeled the Bloober, the DNA staircase, and the largest PO wall in the science building.
While Adele had her training, I had free time for a walk in University City. Since it was mid-February, the weather cleared up, and some plants started to wake. After the tour, we had a study session together, where we then met our friends and had strawberry matcha latte. I will definitely take this drink again.
Oops! As international students, we have seen a lot of different ads and promos, but we have never seen them up in the sky. We were pleasantly surprised by their creativity. Sometimes we wonder if they have any spelling mistakes and how much it would cost them to have one corrected. Can you guess what they're saying?
Sometimes we are too busy to cook, so we opt for the nearest pizza shop and buy a pizza. As students, we have discounts and limited deals, which you can check online. As we walked to get pizza, a lovely sunset caught our attention, diverting us from our daily routine and assignments and lifting our mood.
Building on our discussion of student discounts, we frequently purchase pastries such as croissants in different parts of Philadelphia. Thus, during this weekend, we headed towards the river, past the Philadelphia Art Museum mentioned in previous videos. The weather was still cloudy and chill with strong winds. So, if you plan to visit Philadelphia during off-season, keep in mind that there are not a lot of snow in winter and early spring, but winds are cold.
However, we were still having a great time. While walking in the city, we find a lot of interesting things, like this squirrel feeder. After that, we stopped by a coffee shop featuring vibrant art on its desk, where we had pastries for dinner. Happy and cold, we went back home to finish the rest of the assignment. If you are unsure about securing the necessary tuition amount, international students can consider taking out student loans as a last resort during their third or fourth year. But it is quite risky since banks require you to have a co-signer, typically an American citizen. Not only that, the interest rates are pretty high.
As winter is coming to an end, a Valentine's Day is getting closer each day. That's why we encountered fairs selling sweets and events featuring cute plushies throughout the whole week. Thus, on the day before Valentine's Day, the students organized an event called Galentine's Day to celebrate friendships. Since we had free time, we decided to attend it.
This event happened near Mandel Theater and was filled with crowds of students. Here we had a mini buffet with sweets like chocolate-covered strawberries and pizza for everyone. To be honest, everything was good and tasty. Across the room, we found a station where you could decorate flowers and fill your own plushies. So we headed there first.
Despite the long wait, we got our own plushies. I got an owl and Aiya got a cute goat. Then we went to the machine that fills them. But before that, we were given small hearts to put in. That was so cute! Later we got some flowers and everything looked like this.
Our plushies are now lying together with dragons in front of our working desks.
We had a productive week full of events. We hope you enjoyed it as we did. In our next video, we will discuss how to choose the right universities. For now, goodbye!